Und nochmal, hi Leute und willkommen zum neuen Projekt. Wie ihr wahrscheinlich schon oben in der Mitte lesen könnt, heißt das Spiel Seduce Me und ist von Michaela Laws. Link zu ihr findet ihr in meiner Videobeschreibung. Und ja, der Letter wird gerade pausiert. Und ich dachte mir, wir starten mal ein neues Projekt. Und zwar Seduce Me. Es geht um Incubi Brüder. Keine Ahnung, wie man das aussprechen tut. Und ja. Ich hoffe auch, man kann den Namen umändern, weil ich habe mal reingeguckt und das Problem ist, ich muss die ganze Zeit meine Leertaste drücken, bis ich genug Platz habe, um den kompletten Namen zu löschen, weil sie heißt ja Michaela und der Charakter heißt Mika. Und ich heiße ja nicht Mika, wie ihr wahrscheinlich schon wisst. Und ja, aber Vorwarnung. Seduce Me ist ein Spiel, wo es über sexuelle Energie geht und Sex und Verführung. So viel ich weiß. So. Ich hoffe, ihr werdet Spaß haben. Und wir legen mal los. Und ich glaube, die ist so wie bei der Letter, es kommen Stimmen vor. Okay, this is a fictional interactive narrative. Any character resembles to real-life people are purely coincidental. Und ich sag schon mal, entschuldige für mein sehr, 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 sehr schlechtes Englisch. Aber ich kann sehr gut Englisch sprechen und reden und lesen. Theoretisch dürfte das kein Problem sein für euch, ne? Also, the following game is made for PG-16 audience. Please note that sexual, violent themes are explored in this game. Trigger warning, abuse, implied rape and suicide. You have been warned. Das meinte ich eben. Please enjoy.
Why, hello. My, aren't you a gorgeous sight? Can I be honored enough to know your name?
Hey, da haben wir die erste Stimme. Ich weiß nicht, von wem das ist. Und ich erschrecken, ich habe einen kleinen Hund als Tastatur. Ich liebe Hunde, deswegen habe ich den kleinen Hund. Und ja, unser Name.
A lovely name for a lovely person like you. Wonderful.
Okay.
Erik, do your job.
Oh, wir haben einen Namen. Er heißt Erik.
Very well. This game was produced by Seraphim Entertainment under the direction of Michaela Laws and is powered by Ren'Py Visual Novel Engine. We truly hope you'll enjoy this story. I know I'll enjoy it, since you'll be in it.
Ein kleiner Charmeur hier.
Erik.
Fine, fine. Farewell, my sweet.
Also das waren schon mal 2 Incubi Brüder. Der eine heißt Erik. Wie heißen die anderen 4? Das werden wir erfahren. Somewhere. Holy. Okay.
Come on! Is that all you got?
Wanna try me, asshole?
Schimpfwörter. Achtung, Kinder. What the fuck?
Crap! Missed.
Hehehe. Wer ist das? Heilige.
Let's retreat for now.
Oh.
No kidding. Let's get out of here.
That's right. You better run, you stupid punks! Stay out of our territory!
Entschuldigung? Call it fate or call it coincidence. That one moment of violence started a chain of events I will never forget.
This formula, created in the 70s, is one of the most important in the field of financial theory.
Ich hoffe, die Effekte sind nicht so laut.
It is used to calculate the price of European-style options and is widely used by option marketers, though there are some discrepancies that are now corrected with the modern viewpoint.
Okay. Rain. It's been a long time since we gotten rain around here. But it is April, so it's not exactly that surprising. Personally, I love the sound of it. The way the raindrops fell, like soft tapping of fingers, it was so soothing. Even looking at the droplets hit the glass of the window was strangely calming. For this reason, I felt lucky for having a seat next to the window. I spent more time staring outside than I did paying attention in class. The lectures in class were pretty boring. Mrs. Phillips' voice was passionate, but I just wasn't interested in what she was saying. And since this was the period right before lunch, all I could think about was doing other things. Honestly, I didn't really care much for economics. Sure, I had good grades in this class, but it was only because I read the textbook and did my assignments PM time. I was only taking this class because it was mandatory. If it were bleh, Entschuldige, if it were up to me, I would have taken another course. Luckily, it was my senior year, so after the semester, it would mean the end of high school courses forever. Thank God for that. I didn't hate high school. It was just mundane how the days drifted on, and there were no end to it. The only thing I really enjoyed about going to school was meeting my friends and hanging out with them. That was kind of it. In short, I was done with high school. The start of second semester brought a note of finality to it. I had already applied to a few universities the semester prior, and I was expecting replies sometime in the next few months. It seemed like the start of something that would change. I stared at the faint outline of raindrops in the distance. For now, I was stuck in this class.
Miss Anderson.
Das sind anscheinend wir. Mr. Phillips' raised voice interrupted my train of thought. Just when I was thinking about class, I quickly turned my head to face the teacher. Hopefully she didn't pick me just because she noticed that I was spacing out. Yes, ma'am?
Would you care to name the equation I set up on the blackboard?
Oh, I read about it in a textbook last night. It should be the Black School's model formula.
Very good as always, Miss Anderson.
Anderson is followed me wherever I went. Most people didn't really know me by my first name, but rather by my surname. No doubt, since the surname was the trademark of the internationally famous and philanthropic Anderson Family Toys. The founder is my grandfather. Oh! Suzu, one of my best friends, turns around and proudly gave me a punch to the shoulder.
Kick ass, girl.
From beside me I heard Naomi, another one of my best friends, clearing her throat in obvious disapproval of Suzu's choice of words.
She means good job.
Miss Capini.
Oi!
Care to tell me who the creators of this formula were?
Ich mag die schon.
Some guys named Black and Scholes. Fisher Black and Myron Scholes.
Very good, Miss Patterson.
Patterson, wie Robert Patterson.
Show off. Better study next time, Suzu. Be like us and study once in a while.
Suzu rolled her eyes and slouched into her chair as Naomi gave her a small smirk. She always pouted when Naomi showed her up.
That's the end of today's lecture. Now, let's separate into groups and work on your projects. Remember, everything is due on Monday. Go ahead now.
Oh, was machen wir denn? Before I knew it, Suzu and Naomi had scouted a desk to align with mine, and we turned into the Three Musketeers. Yeah, whenever the teacher let the students decide on groups, we always grouped together in our little trio. Trio? It was a shared stroke of luck that we all managed to be in the same class, so we had to at least take the opportunity and stick together as much as we could. Besides, we were most comfortable around each other than around any other classmate. It just made sense for us to put our heads together for any kind of project. I took out the poster we were working on and rolled it open onto the 3 desks. We were pretty much finished with fulfilling most of the guidelines for the project so we still have to add a few finishing touches here and there. After working on making the poster a bit prettier, we sat back and inspect our work to see what we still had to do. Naomi, as usual, was the first to look over any issues. She lightly tapped a pencil against her shin, staring intently at the project.
Alright, so let's see. We finished the budgeting section, the building leasing, and the cost for labor. What else do we need?
Haben die Namen? Suzu straightened up to look at the poster and stroked her shin. After a few seconds, her face brightened and she spoke up.
How about a company name?
Huh? Did we really skip over that?
Of course we did! You always go straight into the logical statistics and stuff that you completely skip over the fact. We need a name for our projects.
At least we caught it this time. What do we name it?
Not sure. What do you think?
It always came down to me. Whenever there was something to be named or titled, I was the master and an indecision, even when I didn't want to be.
I like Trinity Corporations.
That is way too predictable. How about the Dragon Company?
Oh.
What do dragons have to do with our project?
What? It's a totally unpredictable name. It's hot.
But our company sells bubble gum.
Ooh, come with me.
Who said we can't produce spicy bubble gum?
What do you think?
Yeah. What do you think?
Both of them looked at me expectantly, even though I wasn't quite sure myself. I didn't really want to choose sides, but if I were up to me, I would say I like Dragon Company, Trinity Corporation sounds just fine. Also das ein bisschen aufpeppen. Ich mag Dragon Company mehr, wenn ich ehrlich sein darf.
Booyah! Dragon Company it is!
Alright, now that we've decided on a name, now what?
As we are in our name game, I scrambled my thoughts. Huh? Who was that?
Ignore it. It's just Lisette.
I look over my shoulder to see Lisette laughing with her circle of friends, mostly comprised of popular people. As a result, everyone in the school knew them. In the center of it all was Lisette White. She sat with a posture that indicated she was still working but ready to casually chat about her day. She was an endearing balance of charismatic and awkward, which was readily apparent when she first talked to someone. It was easy to make her smile and laugh, and she was quite a chameleon as well. Basically, she was perfect. Not that she was like a robot or anything, but she was the student that everyone else wanted to be. Oh nein. Said sie an wie eine bitch. Lisette was bright, easygoing, and above all, had her future laid out right in front of her. Unlike the average student, she knew what she wanted to do after high school. As a result, she was confident and ambitious, though sometimes it could rub a lot of people the wrong way. Moreover, I had known her ever since I was young, but it had ultimately resulted in a rivalry that continued today. Of course, my friends knew what was between us, and open seeing me glance at her, they shifted their attention to her.
She doesn't even look like she's working, in my opinion.
She probably is, but she's too much of a stuck-up priss to allow herself to look like she's actually doing work.
Oh, come on, Suzu. She may be a little off-putting, but she's not the giant priss that you're making her seem to be.
Naomi.
The day she isn't a priss is the day I turn into you.
Whoa.
What's that supposed to mean?
Ho.
Never mind. It's about time! Let's bail!
Unsurprisingly, Suzu was the first out of the class, slinging her backpack over her shoulder with ease as she quickly strolled out the door.
Her seat isn't even closest to the exit, and she always manages to be the first one out of the door. I don't think I'll ever understand that.
I wish I was as fast as her getting out of here. Me and you both, Naomi. Da muss ich ja mit Naomi übereinstimmen. Also, recht geben. She gave me a smile as if relieved by the fact that I felt the same way as she did.
See? Why can't she just be normal like the two of us?
It's Suzu, Naomi. Think about it.
Very true.
Man, you guys are slow. Are you coming or what?
We heard you the first time. Not everyone has rocket boosters attached to their legs when the bell rings.
Are you kidding me? That class was ridiculously boring. Even Miss Valedictorian here was dozing off a bit.
I do have to admit I was spacing out, and just because I answered one question doesn't mean I'm automatically the valedictorian.
Okay, so it wasn't too interesting. But you should at least pay attention when Phillips is talking about the important parts.
So you finally admit it. We're finally on the same wavelength. Welcome to the club, Patterson.
Please, don't call me by my last name. This isn't the classroom. And never in a million years will we ever see things eye to eye.
Despite this, they both burst out in laughter. Normally anyone would think that two people so opposite would never associate with each other. However, even though they were so different, their friendship somehow made a lot of sense. Maybe they were just perfect complements of personality, just didn't indicate the possibility of their friendship. After all, we three had been best friends since preschool.
Alright, so where are we heading to first? Cafeteria? I think we can all agree that we're really hungry, especially after hearing about our company's line of deliciously spicy bubblegum.
Who would even buy that? I wonder.
Me? I would pay good money to get a taste of it.
Haha, you do like spicy food after all. Und hier machen wir einen kurzen, also ab hier endet die Folge. Ich hoffe, es gefällt euch soweit. Also ich finde es schon mal mega, wie sie die Charaktere gestaltet hat. Ich finde, das sieht sehr hübsch aus. Auch wenn sie mich nicht versteht, weil ich Deutsche bin, aber I love this game. And the characters. Also Naomi and Suzu. Auf jeden Fall, ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen. Wenn ja, zeigt es mit einer positiven Bewertung und wir sehen uns beim nächsten Part wieder. Bis dann. Ciao, ciao.